Hey everyone!
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Nibs, and we are ATX VGC, and we are back for another Monday Night Friendly. Alongside me tonight are Roller Coaster, excuse me,
All good.
Chase, and Gemma. So Gemma, do you want to go ahead and give us our schedule for this evening?
Yeah, for sure. So tonight we have 4 best of 3 matchups. Our first best of 3 is going to be you, Nibs, actually. Nibs versus Justin Source. The second best of 3 will be Tiki versus Roller Coaster in the caster battle of the week. In our third best of 3, we'll have Adam Santacos playing Sir Wilson. And then in the final best of 3, it will be myself versus Amy or Woke Flossie.
Cool.
Alright, and we're back. So we actually did manage to go ahead and get the pairings for the first game. So this first game, we're going to be seeing Nibs versus Justin Snores, and we're going to be seeing the battle from Nibs' perspective.
Yes, I agree with that.
Indeed,
Get
sorry.
ready for some stellar commentary from me.
No, this will be good. This will be good. Sorry, I'm just dealing with one issue. There we go. We're good. Hey, it looks like we got College Station in the house from LNX Banditti. Welcome, Banditti. Thanks for coming to hang out. Super excited about this first matchup. So what we've seen Justin bring the last 2 weeks. Week 1 was the Porygon Z set, if you recall.
Yeah, I remember him having a Porygon Z team, and it was Azumarill the next week, right?
With a supportive Cinderace.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times. People will run like Focus Sash coaching Cinderace.
Yeah, I think that was a super interesting set. We saw Chase's trick eject button.
Yeah. It's good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and that's honestly like a pretty big challenge. Scizords is not a Dynamax friendly Pokemon. Yeah. I see Togekiss, Dragapult, Incineroar, Lapras, Rillaboom, and Scizors. Yeah, he does make the smart call of bringing Rillaboom. That's obviously something you're going to want with you because of the threat of Amoonguss. You need at least something that can be immune to sleep. Alright, so we got Cinderace and Azumarill leading out from Justin, and JD is going to go with Togekiss and Dragapult. Okay. How do you feel about these leads? I'd also be afraid of a Max Steel Spike from Azumarill, because it carried that, right, with Steel Roller? Yeah. Cinderace. Yeah. So Justin's also going for the Dynamax. Azumarill's probably going to get big. Yep, it is indeed Azumarill. I would assume that Nibs might have gone for something like a Max Wormwind to try to like mitigate the damage output that Azumarill has, and maybe you could do like a Phantasm the next turn to get rid of the defense boost. Oh, there's no coaching. Oh wait, no, sorry, I forget that Cinderace isn't priority. Mm-hmm. I like that Cinderace does like a spin kick for the coaching. That's not gonna be as helpful as it could be. Does Togekiss survive that Steel Spike? I highly doubt that it did. Mhm. Yeah, I see. No, Misty Terrain will prevent you from falling asleep if you've been yawned. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like if you're still drowsy, you will still fall asleep. So I mean, I'd say that Justin has like the easiest max Starfall into Dragapult ever. I mean, like actually, you probably want to do it into the Rillaboom just to make sure that you stay awake. Mhm. Cinderace is gonna swap out for Incineroar, solid switch, prevent damage from like a Wood Hammer coming out and just messing up that entire Azumarill. Nibs does go for the max guard. Grassy Glide goes into what was Cinderace to try and just finish it off. And Azumarill goes for the max Starfall into Rillaboom. Oh, that does a lot of damage too. Oh, he just Wormwinds again. He leaves the Rillaboom in. Try to get another attack drop. Do you think a -1 Azumarill can still KO a Dragapult? Yeah. Flarebird's just gonna take it out nice and easy. It was super low, and any form of attack would have taken it off. And it's gonna be another max Starfall into Dragapult. Does Dragapult survive? Nice. Oh, and the weakness policy. I forgot that JD is bulky weakness policy.
Thanks,
no.
Flossy.
I've just been talking to myself like a maniac this whole time.
Yeah, thanks, Woke Flossy. Sorry about that. Did not realize that my mic was still muted. Well, we've been having super insightful conversation back and forth. You've heard one half of it. But here we are. The players have traded their Dynamax. And at this point, Azumarill is -2 attack.
+1 defense.
Yeah, +1 defense. And the Dragapult is at plus. It was weird hearing only one sign, I bet. Yeah, Dragapult is at +2 attack here.
And very low.
Yeah, so obviously, I don't think it. The Dragapult's not within range of, say, an Aqua Jet, but could be. It's definitely within range of a Steel Roller coming out from the Azu, or just a
Play Rough.
A Play Rough, yeah, if you want to risk the miss.
I think your best bet may just be go for Dragon Darts and then Bullet Punch and hope that can KO the Azumarill. Because if you ignore Incineroar, Incineroar is going to KO one of your Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. So Nibs does go for Dragon Dart.
Ooh, it's not enough. It's going to proc that Incineroar's, what I assume to be, is it the pin? No, it's a Citrus Berry. Or no, it's a Figgy Berry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, it just wasn't enough. Flare Blitz's going to KO. And I assume that Justin's just going to go for a steel roller and not risk the play rough missing.
Yeah.
Because he still has, like, 2 other Pokemon in the back, even though Cinderace is super low.
He goes for the Waterfall, which
neat.
the Dragapult lives. That's, I don't think that was the right play in that scenario.
I mean,
what
well, so, like, the Misty Terrain is keeping the Dragon moves weaker.
That's true,
So
yeah.
maybe Justin didn't want to get rid of it. And I mean, like, even though that it didn't pick up the KO, Dragapult has an entire team to get through at the health that it is at.
Yeah, and I think that I take it back. That was, a guaranteed damage onto it. Basically guarantees that the rest of the matchup, Dragapult's not going to be at enough health. It wasn't Life Orb, so it wouldn't be taking the Life Orb damage, which is one thing in Nibs' favor. But Nibs, I think, just go ahead and smartly decides, I've got the information I need. In Misty Terrain, I can't at plus 2 KO that Incineroar from where I thought I could. So he might prioritize his own terrain differently in this game.
Yeah, so what adjustments do you think that Nibs needs to make to, like, kind of force a game 3?
Yeah, I think that there needs to be a lot more pressure on that Azumarill right off the bat, because if you allow Cinderace to give it the coaching boosts, I think you're going to end up in a pretty rough spot. I think Incineroar is really good in this matchup, but unfortunately, Justin also has that Braviary sitting right there, just to deter and intimidate.
Yeah, like, Braviary is tough to go against when you have both, like, Incineroar and Dragapult. Both Dragapult stab moves just trigger Defiant.
Yeah.
And it's immune to one of them, so you can't even, like, safely stack Phantasms.
Yeah, so let's see how this lineup works for Nibs. We haven't seen him Gigantamax as Lapras in a while. Did we see him bring that this game? It lagged there for a second for me.
I did not see what he punched in there.
I guess we'll see here. Right off the bat, we see the same lead coming out from Justin with an Azu and Cinderace lead.
Yeah, it's a super solid lead. Like, I don't see much of a reason to, like, mix it up.
And then a Lapras and Togekiss lead here.
Very interesting.
Yeah, one of the challenges, I think, because this is a Salt Vest, Azu, even that Freeze Dry isn't going to be doing quite enough. And that Togekiss, again, is just a threat, like, it's threatened right off the bat.
Yeah, and also you don't have any way to slow down the coaching right now, or even KO Cinderace. Like, I'd say that, like, Justin currently, has a guaranteed coaching, but he can probably get 2 off pretty easily. Like, unless JD Geysers and Dazzling Gleams.
Yeah, it looks like JD kind of panicked there towards the end and maybe got his moves in. I don't think that's quite a little loud. Okay. Thank you for that. I can turn that down just a little bit. The music is a little loud. Your audio is a bit low. Awesome. I can turn all of that
We'll
up
figure
as
out
well.
a balance at some point.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't actually have the audio in my ears right now.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. My mic's up. All right, how's that, Woke Fossey? We do see that coaching come out turn 1, a super safe play. That Azu is going to be at +1/+1.
Air Slash is going to take Cinderace down to its Sash. And I don't know what Lapras went for.
I think it might have timed out. No, okay.
Freeze Dry, though.
Did get the Freeze Dry into Azu, so I don't think that is a timeout. I think Hydro Pump was the first slot. So Togekiss will go down here. And it looks like... looks like... I don't think that there's anything that Nibs can do short of a Grassy Glide to take out that... Cinderace before the coaching goes off.
Yeah, it's kind of a... so you could Grassy Glide to try and go to, like, stop it before the coaching, but then Justin could just switch in Incineroar.
Yeah.
Or you could go, like, really hard and go for the max drum solo, but it's at +1 defense right now, so not entirely sure how... I mean, like, it'll hurt, that's for sure.
Yeah, base at base 160 grass attack in grassy terrain will do a lot of damage. We do see the Incineroar switch in. Fairly safe move there from Justin. Just continuing to pressure this Rillaboom and continue to drop its attack stat with those Intimidates. And
yeah,
also,
you don't want to risk something like a Grassy Glide crit or like a Wood Hammer Choice Band something.
Yeah, I believe that he's seen JD switch moves in this instance, so I think we know that it's not Choice Band on the Rillaboom. We do actually see this is going to be the G-Max. Oh, it is.
Oh no, that's just regular
Rillaboom. I don't know if that's a mistake. I want to say that it is. Unfortunately...
Hey, he'll be able to get the grassy terrain back.
Yeah, he can get the grassy terrain back if he needs it, but this is going to be way less damage than had it been a G-Max Drum Solo. And we will
it does like about half to Azumarill, and it's going to hit with a Starfall back in return.
Yeah. Yeah, being at the -1 definitely hurts that Rillaboom. -1 and not being off the 160 base power. So let that be a lesson. Always make sure you get your soup to the Pokemon that need it. Don't want to be in a position where you don't have your Gigantamax soup.
In Nibs' defense, I don't think that the extra 20 base power would have made that much of a difference.
That's fair.
I mean, it would have done more. Like, it's still... Like, does this 2-hit KO? Actually, you know what? It may have 2-hit KO'd if it was the Drum Solo.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had the active grassy terrain in turn 2. Or, he won't be able to re-establish grassy terrain in this instance. It looks like he goes for Superpower with the Scissor to KO that Incineroar before it can wreak havoc on his team. I like that play a lot.
Yeah, that's really solid. Let's see, is it going to be another Max Starfall? Yeah, just kind of keep the terrain away from Rillaboom so the grass isn't doing as much damage.
Yeah, and it's going to be enough to pick up the KO onto that Rillaboom, so Nibs not being able to fully capitalize on 3 turns of his Dynamax, and I think that being faster hurt him in this case, because the Azumarill was able to kind of maintain the terrain presence.
So, and that Scizor's is Choice Banded, right?
I believe it is Choice Banded.
And Togekiss is in the back. Okay, well, so here's what you need. You need to hope that Cinderace doesn't have a fire move, which is a possibility. And if you crit Freeze Dry, or if Togekiss doesn't have a fire move, you should be good. Okay, so it's just going to be a Follow Me, which means the Freeze Dry and Superpower are just going to go both into Togekiss.
That does functionally nothing as the attack continues to drop. The Freeze Dry here is really the big damage dealer against both of these Pokemon, but that is a bulky... Oh,
you get the freeze,
Get
the freeze.
That is one way through it.
Alright, Waterfall, -2, +1 Azumarill takes out poor Scissors.
Yeah, poor Scissor there. So that Togekiss could thaw out here, and looks like Nibs' win condition here is probably just trying to hope for as many turns of freeze as possible and ignore that Togekiss.
Actually, he could actually pull it out now, because I'm pretty sure the Freeze Dry is going to get the KO into Azumarill now.
It should, looks like it is just enough there.
Yeah.
Now what the last Pokemon here is, have we seen the 4th one at this point? Oh, it's the Cinderace, that's right.
I think that Nibs has Ice Shard.
I don't think he does on this team. I think it's only...
Oh, he doesn't have Ice Shard anymore?
He doesn't have an Ice Shard anymore. But the real question is, what is the Cinderace carrying in terms of attacks?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Pyro Ball. It misses, though. Oh, no.
And the Togekiss stays frozen solid.
And another Freeze Dry into Togekiss this time.
Yeah, not wanting to risk the Wake Up, or the
Thaw out.
Yeah, from Togekiss. Yeah, that freeze really is not great for Justin, as Tiki points out in the chat. So here, really any move will go ahead and take out the Cinderace. The question is, because this is probably a fairly supportive Cinderace doesn't have enough attack for a Pyro Ball to take down a full HP Lapras.
Well, luckily, like, Cinderace probably isn't running, like, Bulk. Protect, so in case he goes for, like, a high jump kick, yeah, it's just going to be a Pyro Ball creating safe. I think Justin may need to, like, crit a Pyro Ball in order to win this. I don't know how much it does. I imagine not enough to just, like, regular Lapras.
Yeah, let's see here. And it's going for Iron Head flinches.
Oh, nice.
And gets one Iron Head flinch. That might
Just
just be
get
enough.
the flinch. Oh my god.
This is an insanely this matchup with all of the back and forth hacks.
I hate watching this.
This is painful. So, here, do you think that a Pyro Ball is enough to go ahead and take out this Lapras from this range?
Oh man, that first Pyro Ball miss really sucks. He goes for another Iron Head. Yeah, and the Freeze Dry comes through. Dang.
Yep, that's going to be enough to go ahead and finish it off. Nibs goes ahead and takes a game here with the big freeze on that Togekiss off the Freeze Dry. That's one of the reasons.
And the Pyro Ball miss.
And the Pyro Ball miss. That's true. So in this instance, we are going into game 3 between Nibs and Justin Snores. So, given how that game played out, what are some of the adjustments?
Well, I mean, like, I don't think Justin needs to really adjust anything. Justin, despite being younger than all of us, is a more experienced player than all of us. So I assume that he's, I don't know him personally. We actually met at Dallas. He complimented my shirt. I doubt he remembers.
It was a great shirt. We met at Dallas as well.
We did meet at Dallas. But I assume if this was like my mentality, I would just do my best to say, like, to stay calm, say, I lost that because the game just kind of worked against me, and then just understand that, like, my game plan was fine. I think if I just keep it up, I should be able to, like, I should be able to win if I just stay consistent in what I do.
Yeah, no, I think I agree. Like, from Justin's standpoint, like, games like that happen. You get the freeze dry that occasionally turns into an actual freeze. You get the miss on Pyro Ball. Like, it happens, and that's one of the many reasons we play best of threes. Is there can be a.
This game is cruel.
Yeah, exactly. We choose willingly to play a game that relies on RNG and luck. So let's go ahead and see what Nibs' adjustment is. Given that I think he's probably not feeling too great about that way that went. I'm sure he's excited, but not feeling confident that another 3-turn freeze is going to be his way through this.
Going straight for Rillaboom this time.
Interesting.
I like it.
I do too, because now you can't feel quite as safe with that Azumarill, and you kind of force the Incineroar in immediately. In order to go ahead and intimidate the Rillaboom. But it looks like JD's actually... this is an interesting play. What do you think about this?
Is he switching the Rillaboom out?
He is. He's switching it in for what looked like an Incineroar.
Okay, I think that's potentially solid. Depending on how Justin reacts to, like, because, like, if Justin decides to just go for, okay, I'm just going to switch in my Incineroar, that stops the coaching boost from happening. So that could actually work out pretty well. It
looks like that's not the case, because Cinderace does stay in, but the Azumarill switches out for Incineroar here.
Nice. Solid.
Very well played by both players, I think. And
is that just going to be a Pyro Ball? Or no, he's Dynamaxing the Cinderace!
Supportive Cinderace Dynamax. I think we're about to see a G-Max Fireball into the Incineroar slot, or potentially just going for
a Steel Spike into the Togekiss.
Yeah, the really safe play is just the Steel Spike into the Togekiss. But yeah, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Max Steel Spike.
And we know that this should be enough to go ahead and one-shot, given...
It's not Life Orb and it's Intimidated, but I still wouldn't be surprised if it KO'd.
It got very close. Togekiss lives on 22 HP, but I don't think the Togekiss quite got off what it wanted in this case. Went for the Yawn into what was the Azumarill. kind of thinking to himself that he can actually control the terrain, given that he has his Rillaboom still in the back. An interesting play. I don't think that works out quite the way that he wants.
Yeah, on the plus side, like, you force the Incineroar out so it can't fake out your Togekiss this turn. So Justin's kind of like forced to respect the Yawn going into the Cinderace. Oh, nope, the Incineroar just stays in.
Yeah, the Incineroar stays in.
And another Steel Spike comes out. Okay.
Yep, so this Incineroar will be taking a nap at the end of this turn. And it looks like Nibs is actually in a pretty free position to get his Lapras in.
Yeah, he could go for Lapras. He could go... you probably don't want to go into Rillaboom right now.
Yeah, knowing that this Cinderace carries Pyro Ball, you don't really want to be taking a G-Max Fireball. Is that the name of the signature move? I haven't actually clicked that
Yeah,
yet.
it's called G-Max Fireball.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, here we see the Lapras go ahead and switch in. And I think that's a pretty free turn there for Nibs. It looks like he wants to get the Veil up, but it's not going to be super effective against anything.
Yeah, I don't think that any of Cinderace type switches are going to help him out any. Is it going to go back into Azumarill? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this Cinderace has Knuckle. It might.
So we've seen Pyro Ball coaching Ironhead. So if it goes for an Airstream, then this Resonance is a great call.
Yeah, but I don't... Well, would you, like, risk that?
Last week it had Court Change as the final move, so...
Okay, another Steel Spike.
Yeah, so Steel Spike here. Yeah, so this is going to also not be very effective. And I think it was smart of Justin to go ahead and position that Azumarill at a time where the Lapras can't go for super effective damage against it, because G-Max Resonance will not be hitting the same way Freeze Dry does.
Yeah, that was...
So yeah.
It also prevents, like, a Geyser from going into Azumarill.
Wait a second. In this...
Did he Parting Shot?
He did Parting Shot the Incineroar. Tiki is pointing out some interesting tech in the chat right now. Given what the fourth move was last week for this Incineroar, being Court Change, we could see a swapping of the Veil.
Wait, does the Cinderace really have Court Change? That would be amazing.
It had it last week. That would be the first time I've actually seen Court Change successfully flip an Aurora Veil from one team to the other. And we know that this is Light Clay Aurora Veil.
Oh my god, do you keep, like, the full 8 turns of it too?
This is an interaction I am completely unfamiliar with. I don't think I've seen anyone pull this off in VGC to date.
Oh, I'm so excited for what potentially could happen.
I wish we had Justin's gameplay so we could actually, like, check and see how many turns of Veil he has whenever it Court Changes.
Alright, so Incineroar is going to come back in from Nibs.
Get that Intimidate down. So now that Cinderace is at -3 now.
And +3 defense. Okay, Togekiss is going to come in. It's just a Pyro Ball, though.
Just going for Pyro Ball.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Into the what was the Rillaboom slot, but is now an Incineroar and does 13 damage. So this Max Geyser here should be enough to go ahead and take out that Cinderace since the Sash has been broken. We are not going to be seeing the Court Change flipping of the Veil, unfortunately, today. But Nibs is now all of a sudden in a pretty decent positioning. He has Fake Out Pressure. He still has his Rillaboom at full health in the back, and he's threatening with a Ice-type move into that Togekiss again.
He has also set the Rain, but that could potentially benefit Justin. The only issue right now Justin has is that his Incineroar hasn't taken any sleep turns.
Yeah, exactly. It is that Incineroar in the back is took a nap and then immediately switched into the Azumarill, if I recall turn 3 correctly. Interesting decision here. I think... I don't know. If I'm Nibs here, I probably just want to fake out that Azu, and then get damage into Togekiss just to avoid avoid taking
So-
a KO.
Togekiss switches into Incineroar. That's a solid switch.
Yeah, great switch. Because able to kind of avoid the super effective max resonance. Intimidate, obviously, not doing much to a Lapras. But the defensive switch into Incin is going to be very beneficial. So we didn't see the fake out. A critical hit does a little bit more damage than it might otherwise have. And gets the parting shot off into the Azu before Azu is able to go for a liquidation in the rain. How much do you think Rillaboom takes from a liquidation in the rain?
It's probably going to be fine. The Aurora's Veils up.
Yeah,
and
you've got it at -1, so... Or sorry, Waterfall. Yeah.
I was wondering if he was going to go for the Play Rough.
Yep, 1.
Yep.
Yeah, so that just did 32 damage and then passive Grassy Terrain recovery here. So this Lapras here didn't quite get as many KOs as it would have liked, but because that Incineroar hasn't taken any turns of sleep here, you are incredibly free to go for a Freeze Dry into that Azu, as well as the...
Yeah, Grassy Glide Freeze Dry seems pretty solid, or even just like Hydro Pumping the Incineroar to try and take care of it really quickly.
Yeah, before it can wake up and get any shenanigans off.
Yeah, because even though it hasn't taken like a turn of sleep, it is still like potentially a problem that you're gonna have to deal with it at some point.
Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah.
Looks like he was contemplating bringing in that Incineroar for another Intimidate down on this Azu.
Yeah, because he's like switched it out every turn, so maybe at this point Justin just reads the switch in and like stays in. No, he doesn't. He just switches to Togekiss.
Yeah, which I like the double up from Nibs here, because while the Grassy Glide's not really going to do anything, the Freeze Dry will still be super effective against this Togekiss.
Yeah, there comes the Freeze Dry. And he's going to take a lot of Togekiss. No freeze this time, which is obviously good.
Yeah, definitely, but it's not going to live another Freeze Dry in this case.
Yeah, that's for sure. I really... Yeah, you just need Incineroar to wake up. I think that like staying in with Incineroar on the Yawn is like kind of really starting to show the negative benefits of that.
Yeah. So it looks like Nibs is contemplating a couple different plays he can go for. Looking to opt for damage into that Incineroar slot, and he's going to get the U-turn off into it. Getting some nice damage, but more importantly, cycling and Intimidate down onto it. So now it's not only raining, but that Incineroar is going to continue to be in a position where it's not going to be doing much damage. It also reestablishes Fake Out pressure for Nibs, which is great for next turn. Especially...
Yeah, because we don't know if this Togekiss has Protect. It just goes for an Air Slash, though.
Gets the crit, which might give us some information as to what item this Togekiss has.
Hydro Pump comes out. Looks like it connects with Incineroar. I don't think Incineroar is going to live this.
No, I don't think so either.
Because of the rain.
Yeah, given the rain and the kind of position of health where it was at, I don't think it's going to live that Hydro Pump. So now, actually, is that the last turn of rain?
I think there should still be a couple more left, right? Yeah, because
yeah,
there's
right.
still a couple more left. This turn you can just Fake Out Freeze Dry. At this point, it appears that Justin doesn't have a way to get through the Lapras.
Yeah, there's not an offensive way through it, and then it looks like Nibs is actually going to opt to go ahead and click the Pair Song button this turn.
Okay, Pair Song comes out. Yeah. Immediately Parting Shot. That's good.
Yeah, and it's not like he could read the Rillaboom switch in here and could have gone for a Play Rough, or even reading that even further, could be going for Steel Roller in this turn. But yeah, I don't see enough damage output from Justin's side, given with enough to power through a 3-turn.
There's Superpower though.
Oh, Superpower! That I don't think we've seen a Max Knuckle be revealed yet from that Azumarill. So that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it does, but so like this turn you
Fake Out Protect.
No, you don't even need to fake out protect. You can just fake out and switch, and then fake out again, and then Lapras comes in and you just protect.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, yeah, if you just like fake out, switch in, and Incineroar, you're fine.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, having those three pieces to kind of maneuver around. We don't often see a Perish endgame on these Monday Night Friendlies. We've seen it be used defensively by Nibs in a mid game before. So as we see here, the Incineroar goes ahead and comes out, and we should be seeing a fake out from that Rillaboom next.
Oh, Grassy Glide.
Oh, Grassy Glide. Okay. Just going for the knockout onto Azu.
Yeah, that works too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Justin has to play aggressively right now because he just has like 3 turns to win the game.
Yep.
And yeah, and like all Nibs has to do is just hit fake out and then it's over because Togekiss has to get 2 KOs this turn, and then for some reason like protect just doesn't work.
Yeah, just protect breaks. It somehow has both feint and super effective move.
Right, yeah. A grass type feint.
Doesn't even go for the fake out on this turn.
Yeah.
He did leave himself open to a mega crit onto Incineroar, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think that there's really a way that like Nibs could lose it from that position, which is kind of a bummer from Justin's end. But like, yeah.
Yeah, really well played by both players. Some solid adjustments by Nibs. Definitely a rough game 2 that Justin lost with that freeze, but still really, really good adjustments by Nibs into the game 3 matchup. So that was super exciting. We don't often see a Perish endgame, and we didn't even actually see it go down to Perish. We saw just the Incineroar pick up the final KO with the Flare Blitz. So really awesome battle by our 2 participants with Nibs and Justin. Congrats to Nibs on the win.
Hey, you like that video? We think you should check this out, and YouTube thinks you should check this one out. Be sure to subscribe for more content.